Hey, so you're thinking about moving to North Idaho and you're wondering what the real cost of living is in North Idaho? Well, if that question has been keeping you up at night, you're in the right spot, because today's video, we are going to break down 6 different communities here in North Idaho, what the real cost of living is in those communities. So stick around to the very end. We got tons of great information today. Hey, if this is your first time to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the notifications bell so you can stay up to date on all of our latest content. Eric, myself, the rest of our team, we get calls, texts, and emails literally every single day from people just like you trying to learn more about North Idaho. So if you're looking to move right now or 12 months from now, give us a call, text, or email. Let's get that conversation started. All right, let's jump right in. Got my partner, Eric Boardman, with me here today. His knuckles drag a little low, but he's pretty damn smart.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you're in a rough spot when I'm the one breaking down numbers for you. And I'm not going to be the one to sit here and say that I came up with this. We were actually watching another guy that broke this down for a couple towns in Texas and really liked the way that information came off. We get a lot of questions from folks saying, hey, where does my money go a little bit further here? Is it less expensive in certain cities that are outside the Coeur d'Alene area? So I wanted to break down what the average sales price of homes are here currently in some different cities. I'll break it down real quick. First, we'll go with big cities first. Coeur d'Alene population's 54,628 so far in 2024. Annual growth rate is just under 1%. Coeur d'Alene's running out of room. It's not going out. It's just starting to go up. Median sales price is $567,585. If you do a 10% down, your monthly mortgage is about $3,648.54 at a 7% conventional loan rate. The annual combined salary recommendation is $156,366 for that household to afford that house. Woo. Listen, we always promised we will shoot it to you straight. We want to give you an idea. I love living here. I love everything about North Idaho. We're not going to say it's not a little bit expensive. So we just want to give you the best information we can currently so you can make a choice for you and your family. There's 369 current listings in the city of Coeur d'Alene. They range from $38,500, that'd probably be my listing, and all the way up to $24,700,000.
Sign me up.
Yes.
Hey, if you are looking to buy that $24 million house, we would love to help you with that, by the way.
Absolutely. Selflessly, purely for your own benefit.
Of course.
The next one we'll break down is Post Falls. That's the next biggest city we've got. Their population currently is 44,194. Their growth rate is over 5% annually. They've got more prairie land to work with, and they keep annexing old farms, so they're actually expanding.
They're probably the highest growth rate here, right? Currently?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, out of all of them. And it's predicted the next 10 years, Post Falls is probably going to be bigger than Coeur d'Alene.
I believe
as far as size.
Yep.
Median sales price in Post Falls is about $496,000. At 10% down, your monthly mortgage $3,219.91 at 7%. So the average combined salary recommendation is $137,996.14. Currently in Post Falls, there's 188 listings. They range from $79,000 to $6,450,000.
Boom.
Moving on to the next one we hear a lot about. A lot of folks are curious about Hayden. Hayden's a little funky, I think, when you look at average median sales price, just because you're getting all those lakefront shore properties on Hayden, and that if you look at the lakes, I'd say Hayden is the most bougie. So you've got some houses out there that are pretty high end. But to break that down, population of Hayden right now is 17,408. Growth rate is about 2.5% annually. Median sales price $594,990. 10% down, monthly mortgage $3,812.63 at 7%. Recommended combined salary is $163,398.43. So 149 current listings. They range from 100,000 to over 12 million. I do want to preface that one because we talked about this even before. We work with a lot of builders on new builds. You can get into Hayden Homes or Greenstone or some of those that we've worked with historically, and they start in the 400s. So don't want to immediately scare you off. I think some of those $12 million lake listings are probably pushing that median home sales price.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there are definitely some good options. I just got a local police officer into a home here, and he's single, and it was a stretch for him on a young officer's budget, and we got him into a house in the 400s. So It's doable.
Right. They're around. But like I said, we're just going to give you guys the data. We're going to shoot it to you straight no matter what. Rathdrum's probably next. It surprised me to see the populations at 12,016. I believe.
It?
Yeah.
Wow.
With all the developments that are going
There's
in.
a lot of room for growth there, huh?
Yes, a lot. And I just don't think they've annexed a lot of that into the city. Post Falls kind of just gobbles those up. If it's in between the two, they annex that faster, which is why their population is a little higher. But Rathdrum's, it's blowing up. I mean, you have high school, middle school, 3 elementary schools. It's a pretty big area. Anyhow, so just over 12,000 is population. Growth rate's about 6% annually. Median sales price is $447,000. 10% down. Monthly mortgage is just under $3,000, $2,926 at 7%. Recommended annual salary is $125,421.85. There's 139 current listings, and they range from $67,000 to $8.3 million. Again, we go show a lot of like new house construction out there, so there are a lot of options for new home builds, and they're in the fours, so not too bad. I wanted to go a little further out because we do get a lot of questions about Silver Valley. Silver Valley. I didn't break down Sandpoint because it's so similar to the ones that we already discussed. It was right around a $500,000 median sales price. So you guys can kind of deduce your math from the other cities we talked about. But Kellogg, let's start there. That's a little out further east. It's in Shoshone County. The median sales price for Kellogg is $297,000. 10% down, your monthly mortgage is $2,028.35 at 7%. Combined salary recommendation, $86,929.29. There's 36 current listings from $65,000 to $1,050,000.
Why do you think it's cheaper out there?
Homes are a little bit older. You don't see a lot of the developments in the Silver Valley. It gets real funky when you get into Wallace because they can't do new homes because it actually upsets the ground contamination out there. It's like that weird kind of Superfund thing that from way back in the day when they were mining. So I just don't think there's a lot of newer developments. It's older homes out there, and it's far. If you're talking about like a distance from a level 1 trauma center, which is important to some of our families moving here, pushes you out a little farther. Distance to Spokane Airport, it adds another hour, and you're going up over the pass in the winter.
I think the pass is a big one for me. And even not in the wintertime, if you drive that pass or just all the way over there, coming over the hill, dealing with the big rigs and the tight turns in the freeway, it's just a little sketch. And I think I always try to tell people about that because they're like, oh, homes are way cheaper over here. And I'm right. They are, yes. But there's probably a reason. So if you can get past the Superfund site and the 4th of July pass getting over there, then maybe it's an option.
Yeah. I mean, and they got a Walmart. They got a Walmart in Smelterville. Yeah. So
and a water park.
Yes. Oh, and Silver Mountain is still my favorite mountain out here.
It's a good option.
I love it out there. It is really, really cool. But a lot of people are trying to work in Coeur d'Alene, and that changes your commute quite a bit in the wintertime. But if you got one of those gigs where you can telework and you don't have to drive over in order for your occupation, it's a cool spot. It's absolutely beautiful. The other one I want to price out a little bit is Worley. Worley's tough just because of the size. It's really hard to get listings, but we'll give you as best we can. The median sales price in Worley is $350,000. I didn't even give you the population. The population they gave me was wholly inaccurate. There's not 53 people in Worley. So I didn't include that. There's more people down there than that. A median sales price, $350,000. Monthly mortgage is $2,345.70 at 7%. Recommended salaries, $100,530. 18 current listings. They range from $285K to $2.6 million. So Worley and Plummer, you can kind of lump all into that. Probably not as far away as people think.
Yep.
And that drive south of the river and up over the little prairie.
It's not bad.
No.
I just drove through there yesterday. Not bad at all. Yeah, it could be a good option for some people. Man, those income numbers are scary for sure, right?
Right.
But you got to take into account a lot of these families are dual income. So, mom and dad are both working somewhere.
Right.
And that helps make that transition. Because I know, do we have numbers on the average income here?
Yes. Yeah, I looked that up. Coeur d'Alene's roughly right around 90.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pushing it upwards of 90,000 for a salary. And again, dual income, Seth's definitely right. And a lot of you guys that are listening, either military retirement, if you've got some VA disability with passive income coming in, or you're retired from another agency, or if you're bringing money to the table, if you're bringing some equity in from a house sale from where you are, which we get a lot, that's certainly going to break your numbers down. I added just because people are extremely hopeful. We were hoping this year we'd get 5 or 6 drops in the interest rate with the Fed. We just didn't get them. And now they're predicting we might get 1. We're going to be stuck with that. But I did break down some numbers on if those do reduce again, even to something that's just a little more reasonable, like 4.5%. If you have a $500,000 home at 4.5% conventional, your mortgage is $2,530 a month with 10% down. $2,530 a month. The recommended salary is $108,430. And that's your gross, right? Like that is your gross income. And if you are a dual income marriage and you have a spouse that works also, that $108,000 is a little more feasible.
Yep.
And again, guys, we're breaking this down with what's recommended for like smart money, which is the 28-36 rule. 28% of your income, 28% or less should be on your mortgage, your insurance, and your property taxes, which will kind of keep you solvent. We don't want you house poor. So some will tell you 35. That's
pushing it.
Yeah, that's pushing it. Yep. And then the 36% is for total debt. So credit cards, cars, stuff like that. So just kind of want to give you an idea what you're looking at salary wise or what you need to bring for some of the cities out here based on that median sales price. Obviously, any questions, reach out to us. There are some builders, which quality builders that are reasonably priced.
Yeah. And we touch on in previous videos a lot on the other costs of livings, right? Utilities, registration. So this video, we just really wanted to cover the housing side of it because we don't delve into that too often and really break down some numbers. So hopefully you guys found this information useful. Like we always say, integrity is our number one thing. So we will give you the truth, whether you like it or not, and then let you make the decisions from there. That's our promise to you guys for sure. So thank you guys for joining us. And remember, if you're looking to move right now or 12 months from now, just shoot us an email. Let's get the conversation started and we'll go from there. Thanks, guys.
Even if you're just in town, come get some coffee with us.
Oh, yeah.
That's what's up.
For sure.
Thanks, guys.